Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the Leadership Talk Show coming to you from the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. Here we are broadcasting from Abuja, our head office. This afternoon, we are very, very privileged to have on the show Chief Osa Amadasun, the Deputy Director of the Finance Department of the CBN and the Registrar of the National Collateral Registry, the same CBN. Our guest joined the Nigerian Apex Bank in 1989. He previously worked in the Operations and Audit Department of the Apex Bank before joining the Development Finance Department, and his recent appointment as the Registrar, National Collateral Registry of the CBN. He holds a BSc in Management and a Master's in Public Administration. He also has the following certifications: Associate of the Institute of Management, Certified Public Accountant, Fellow Institute of Chartered Management Auditors, and several others. As the Deputy Director of the Development Finance Department, which is responsible for stimulating Nigerian economy through provision of credits and interventions in all sectors of the economy, with special emphasis on medium, small, and micro enterprises, Chief Amadasun will be sharing with us how Nigerian youths can access funds from the CBN to establish or scale up their businesses. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to this show this afternoon. I hope you're ready with your writing materials and your pen, because this session is going to be an eye-opener. Chief Amadasun, I welcome you especially. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Despite your tight schedule, you honored us by coming on the show this afternoon. You're welcome, sir. Can we meet you officially, please?
Thank you for the invitation. You've already introduced me. So which one is the officially or unofficially? It's okay, so we are good to go.
Yes. I've just okay. So is there anything that I did not say about you that you want our audience to know about?
The relevant ones. You can, you have said all the relevant ones now. What else you want to do? You want to know whether I'm married, how many children, and blah, blah, blah. So we can go straight to the details of the
Okay. So once again, I want to welcome you, and it's a privilege that you honored this invitation to be on the show this afternoon, despite your tight schedule. Again, let me remind our guests and the audience that we are discussing on the theme access to finance opportunities for youths in Nigeria. This is a critical issue for Nigeria. For Nigerian youth and even the Nigerian economy. And the person that we have brought to discuss is the most qualified for this matter. This is an issue of the moment as far as Nigerian youth are concerned. And that is why we brought to you, we fought hard to bring to you Mr. Chief Osa Amadasun. Despite his title, he is here with us this afternoon. So, sir, we want to know, are there really opportunities for youths in the Central Bank of Nigeria?
Yes, Mr. Remy. First, I thank you for finding me worthy to talk to the youths, though I don't see them. It's only you I'm seeing on the screen. And to your question, yes, we have several avenues for youth. You know, youth is the energy force driving the economy. CBN recognizes that. So apart from our traditional role of regulating other banks, ensuring sound economic management of the country and putting our economy on good footing, CBN has come up with a lot of interventions, so many. We started with the Agri Credit Guarantee Scheme in 1977. This is where it was actually focused on farmers generally. Then we've come up with a micro, small, and medium enterprises scheme that the youth can access. The NISAL is there that gives a credit guarantee to agric loans from commercial banks. That makes deposit money banks to want to perform. There are so many others that you say youth, so I don't want to talk about the commercial agric or power line intervention. There are so many, Nigerian electricity, whatever. So I just leave it myself to those that concern the youth. And then, like you mentioned, the collateral registry where I'm presently the registrar. What it's all about is that we are not going to be asking youths we're not going to be asking borrowers, or the deposit money banks won't be asking borrowers for CFO, certificate of occupancy, which is a very difficult thing to get. But for the micro, small, and medium, like I said before, those things are not needed. For the Agri Credit Guarantee Scheme, they are not needed. The Youth Entrepreneurship Development Scheme, such collaterals are not needed. You can even use your certificates to acquire soft loans. If it's one person, you write a good proposal, you get up to 3 million under the YEDP. If you are a group of 2 to 3, you can access up to 10 million. We have the textile sector, the non-lawyer simulation. Those ones are for the big guns who have been in it. The entrepreneurship development centers where you get trained and then you are profiled for credits. We have the NISA Microfinance Bank under the CBN, where you can get up to 10 million naira loan that you will not be needing collaterals. That one does not only cover agri, covers even artisans, welding, hairdressing, whatever it is, just name it. Agri, you are there. Then back to the National Collateral Registry I was talking about. Here, you don't need all those big collaterals. You can use your movable assets, ranging from your tickets to bikes, to cars, to agri produce. You know, they are registered on the system by the so you cannot start in the law is that the owner returns to you in 15 days. The beauty of this is that if you use your car or any of these movable assets to obtain loans, they will still remain with you who is borrowing, because that is what you use to work to pay back the loan. That's the beauty of it. The new one coming up that we're popularizing now. So many banks and microfinance banks have registered on our platform. As at date, we have done about 1.7 trillion naira. The major problem we have, why the youths are not accessing this, is that some of them have the mind frame that is difficult to do. Central Bank is talking to the deposit money banks and the microfinance banks to have agri desks through which we can push these our policies down to be meaningful. Because Central Bank, like we all know, do not open accounts for individuals. So people should not get scared. And that, excuse me, that initial fear that you can enter the Central Bank in your premises is not there. As a youth, you can walk to any Central Bank close to you. Once you tell those security men you are going to Development Finance Office, you are given executive reception. And they will give you the details of all these that I have mentioned. That's if your deposit money bank or your microfinance bank does not satisfy you. Then you can also log on to our website, www.cbn.gov.ng. Then you go to interventions. You will find all these things there. Then about the National Collateral Registry, www.ncr.gov.ng. So the major problem that the youth cannot access these, like I told you, is that fear that, oh, it's not possible. So it's no, things have changed. Get up the courage. Go to these websites, go through. You will find directives there. You will find phone numbers and people you can send mail to if you are stuck. You can go into the nearest central bank to you. Don't forget Development Finance Office. So these intervention schemes are being managed in the development offices, all the branches in the entire country. So that's a brief for now. So if you have clarifications, then let's know.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm so happy that while you were answering that question, you were able to also look at some of the other issues I would have raised later on, and that is you have helped us to demystify the CBN, because, like you said, it is the fact that we, the people of Nigeria, especially the young people, they are afraid of walking into any branch of the CBN. It's not the usual thing, but now, by the grace of God, because of what do you call it, the policy changes that the bank is making, it is now possible for young people to walk into any central bank branch or office in any state to make inquiries at the Development Finance Office. So I have showed it on the screen. So if you are a young entrepreneur or you have an SME and you need support from the CBN, you can quietly walk into the bank and ask for Development Finance Office, where you can make inquiries, for whatever type of program or intervention that you want to apply for. This is a remarkable information that we have gotten this afternoon from our guest. Thank you so much, sir, and we are so grateful for that. Again, I'm going to later show on the screen the website, so that people that would prefer to do that online can also log in to see what you have just talked about. Okay, very good. So let me ask you, do you have programs that are specifically for women, for young women, for example? When we talk about youth, which is very good, is male and female. But now let's talk about women-specific intervention programs. Is there anything like that in the CBN?
Yes, when we discovered that even the few who have the courage to access, the women were not coming forward. I've said this at many fora. We have billions set aside in the micro, small, and medium enterprises development fund, where specifically the percentage was reserved for the women to access. And as at last count, what was reserved for the women, what has been accessed, was less than 10%. So we have been talking to them to come forward. Our socio-cultural background in this country, only very few to come out for cultural reasons. But we have been carrying our campaigns to even traditional rulers' palaces, to first ladies. We are involving them so that they can come. And I know the next thing you want to add, let me quickly add it. From that fund, it was 220 billion. Part of it was also earmarked for people who are differently able. That's what we call them. When you say disabled, CBN doesn't like that. When you say disabled or whatever, they are differently able. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. So we also have a part set aside for them. I think that answers your question. We are gender sensitive. Even in NCRO, the 1.7 trillion I was telling you we've done so far, a sizable percentage of it is concerning the women.
Okay, very good. Thank you, sir. Let me just bring you back to what you said about National Collateral Registry and the innovation that you have come up with, which is using movable items like cars as collaterals. So let me ask you, because I have come across that before. When you talk about movable cars and insurance comes in, now are you talking about comprehensive insurance or third-party insurance, which is the most available, and which is also the option that most young people and even the masses go for, the third-party insurance? Which one is applicable to serve as a collateral, as you have just told us?
Like in this NCR, in the registry, we don't want to give rules that are overbearing. It depends on what the borrower reaches with the lender. That's what the lending bank and the microfinance bank agree with who is borrowing. And close to that is the valuation. They also have to agree on the value on that asset.
Okay. So what you mean is that that aspect has to be settled between the lender and the borrower. Is it what you said?
Yes. Because if we have to be specific, the next thing you will be asking us which insurance company you should go to. And CBN will not do that. CBN is the father of all. So and give level playing ground to all the insurance companies.
Okay, very good. Now let me take you to the issue of okay, you have answered it, but let me also bring it up again. Like I said before, and which you have also mentioned while you were discussing another issue, many people see this as is it going to work? Why do I have to waste my time applying for this loan that will not work at the end of the day? So what is your bank doing to correct this bad impression among the people of Nigeria?
I answered that before. To add to it, whatever the mind conceives and believes, it can achieve. When you say you will not go, so you won't get. But when you go, you will see that it's easy to get. And then to answer the second part of the question, what is CBN doing? Is this awareness? Like I left a meeting now to address this because you talked about youth access to finance. It's part of the avenues we can reach out to youths. I have another meeting also waiting, but it's important that I should tell the youths to have the courage. See, now CBN goes on Twitter, on Facebook, even the social media. There are public address systems. Like you have some radio stations, we have certain times of the week we do our shows, channels, television, all of them. We put the print and the mass media to reach out. CBN does road shows. So we're always on air, even in the papers. Yesterday, my able governor was on the television talking about the MPC meeting that was held and the fallouts therefrom. It's just for our people to, what I've discovered, the people will read. If this was a physical meeting and they run up to you, give me your card, they call 1 or 2 times, they don't follow up again. So that's just, we're doing all we can, and the whole department is in Central Bank called Corporate Communications Department. Always talking on our intervention schemes, encouraging youths to come forward. Okay?
Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the show this afternoon. We are still discussing access to finance opportunities for young people in Nigeria. And to discuss this, we brought you Chief Osa Amadasun, the Deputy Director of the Development Finance Department of the bank, and also the Registrar of the National Collateral Registry. So you can see there's no better person to discuss this important topic than the man that we have brought to speak to you this afternoon. So we thank you because we know that you are glued to the show, and like we have seen, Sandra Duru is writing from US. He said that he's even thanking us for asking the question that she wanted to ask our guests on the show. So thank you so much, Sandra, for joining us from America. Sir, let me also take you to, I know that during your introductory speech, you were able to answer almost all the questions that I had scheduled to ask you, but maybe when I bring them up, you can also add to the things that maybe you didn't remember to add while you were doing the introductory speech. So, sir, yeah, assessing these opportunities they don't come easy. They don't come easy. So how are you trying to, help young people? Because we know that there are also third-party consultants and the organizations that show themselves as partnering with the CBN, to make the application processes easier for the people. So is it the right thing to do? Is it proper for an interested person, business owner, to approach those consultants to be able to access your loan programs? Is it the right thing to do?
CBN is not using any intermediary to access our programs. Like we said, we have opened development finance offices in all the central bank branches. At least there is one in every state. So you should be able to get to the state capital to go in there. Those who are computer literate, can go to our website, which I have just given you. CBN has arrested so many people who will say, we will share funds, we will help you access loan, pay 5,000, pay 10,000. Some have been prosecuted. So don't even say you want to go to some. You are a Nigerian. Central bank belongs working for you. They have given you websites to go. They have brought the offices close to your doorstep. You can go to your deposit money banks. That is any of the banks around you that are licensed, registered. Microfinance banks. If you don't want to go to the CBN, at least you have microfinance banks in local government areas. Okay. Hello.
Go ahead.
So it's wrong to go through any intermediary.
Okay. Okay, good. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard it from the man that is in charge. He said you don't need to approach any agent to be able to assess their interventions. They have made it so easy now for anyone interested to walk into the CBN office in your in your state capital and make enquiries that you need to make, and then they will help you in the process. So this is important. You have to be mindful of who comes to you to ask you for to apply. So there's something I want to bring. This is another important issue. I know about NISAL and their Enterprise Development Institute, okay, EDIs. Are you there?
Yes.
Hello, sir. Are you there?
It's all right. You are sounding faint now. So I have to take the phone close to my ear to hear you.
Sorry. So sorry, please. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Can you hear me?
I'm still not hearing you.
Oh, okay. Hello.
But if you are hearing me, while I took the phone to my ear, I got something you were trying to say about NISAL. NISAL is a Greek credit guarantee program. It is to guarantee commercial banks and the microfinance banks a certain percentage of the loan, just to encourage them to give loans to our farmers to leave oil and gas. That if the loan fails, part of it is guaranteed to be returned. And the part guaranteed to be ranges from 30% to 70%. When NISA is an autonomous unit out of the CBN, that was the basic rules. They may have added on some others. They may have modified their strategies, but basically that's what it was before it stepped out of the central bank. Then the EDIs are entrepreneurship development institutes, where people who don't have skills and they want to go into certain aspects, they are funded by the central bank. You go there, you register, they train you on that skill, they give you a certificate, they give you certificates, then you can now assess the intervention that is in your own field that you have been trained. So you will agree with me that central bank is doing much, much more than enough, but it's just for people to assess.
Okay. So you mean it is safe for young people or SME owners across the country to approach the EDIs that are recognized and approved by NISAL? Is it what you mean?
Not by NISA, it's by central bank. They are funded by central bank. I just told you, NISA may have added more mandate to their own, but I told you the basics before they moved out of the central bank.
Okay, okay, good. So that's what I'm saying. They are not the third-party agents we just talked about. These ones are accredited and officially recognized as EDIs to be able to train and also assist the applicants, go through the process of assessing your interventions.
Precisely.
Okay, very good.
They are not going to charge you to process loans for you. It's the training they are doing. So what we are against is people coming to say, we'll give you funds to process the loan, pay this, that. They ask you to pay for your training, thing, but to assess,
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Can we go back
apart
to
from no, he can't see.
Go ahead, sir. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I think our guest is having network issues where he is, where he is where he joined us from. So let's wait until he comes back. But by the way, I'm sure you are learning a lot from this. The CBN man has come to help us showcase the opportunities that access to finance opportunities that they have for young people, that they have for women, that are not even being assessed according to his assessment. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are still on the show, the Leadership Show, coming to you from the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. We are reaching you from our head office in Abuja. And the topic of discussion is still access to finance opportunities for young people, SME owners in Nigeria. So while we wait for him, I would like us to also go and take do a recap. Like we promised, every Wednesday we bring to you on the show leadership or enterprise development experts that will come and empower you with the information and the skills that you need to become better at what you are doing. If you are an entrepreneur, we bring people that will come and add value to what you are doing so that you can do better. If you are into leadership development and you want to be a leader, at whichever level or positions you find yourselves in, we bring you experts in those fields. That is what we do every Wednesday on the show, the Leadership Talk Show, coming to you from Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. And like we said, we're doing all of this to see how we can raise a new generation of young Nigerians that will begin to think Nigeria first. Everything about Nigeria is not gone, it's not devastated. Even if they are devastated, we believe that there is a better future for us. And the new Nigeria we want, all of us will come together if we want to build a new Nigeria. So that is what we are preaching in this show. And by the grace of God, we have brought to you a number of experts from UK, from US, from even within the country that have been on the show and have also impacted on the lives of our listeners and our audience. And today is the turn of the Deputy Director of Development Finance Department of the CBN. And he has been here, despite his tight schedule, he's been here with us and discussing this important national issue, access to finance opportunities for young people and for women. So I don't know whether he's coming back soon, but that is okay. So ladies and gentlemen, while we hang on for that, let's take a short break and let me reach him and see what the problem is on the other side. Yes, sir. We are. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have reached our guest, and they are trying to fix the technical hitch that put him off the show. I just want to ask for your patience. He's coming back with more information for us. This is how it goes. Good things don't come easy. So let's be patient with him. He's coming back, and when he joins us, we'll continue with the important questions that we have. So get ready with your questions. Put them on the comment, and I will pick them up and throw at him, because he has to answer all the questions that we have all these years, waiting for this opportunity, to throw it on the CBN. And we are happy that he is here today, and is also well placed to be able to answer all of these questions. So I'm sure you have your questions. So put them across so that I can take them on and engage him on those issues that you have raised. Thank you so much. While we wait for him. Oh, sorry, it's taking longer than we expected, and we can't just let him go that like that. So let's keep waiting. Let's keep waiting. I'm happy that you are still there waiting for Chief Amadasun to come back to the show. Just let's keep waiting, because what he has is what we need. So we can't go now. Let's keep waiting. As soon as he comes in, I will announce it and we'll continue the discussion. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay, Chief Amadasun is yet to join us, and I don't know what is happening the other side, but we shall continue to wait. Like I said, even if it takes longer than necessary, we need to wait because this is important. And we have brought you a specialist in that field, in that sector, and in that office. So we don't have any other option than to wait for him to come back and tell us how to assess those funds that are laid up there in CBN. You know, there's no much information about them, and that is why we said they must come to talk to us about it. Thank you so much for your time. We're so sorry for the break. We are so sorry about it. We never anticipated that. So, but as a busy man, I'm sure that he's coming back to us to be able to finish what he has started on the show this afternoon. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, we are reaching you from the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa, and the program is the Leadership Talk Show, where we bring to you leadership experts, we bring to you enterprise development experts, life coaches, to see how we can mend your lives and your businesses. You know, like I said before, the major aim is to raise a new generation of young people in Nigeria who will begin to fall in love with their country, with their fatherland, with their leaders, and also begin to think Nigeria first. This is what is lacking in the society today, and that was why, by the grace of God, our president, Ugwumba Uchenwosu, decided that we launch this program so that on a weekly basis, we'll feature people that will come here to talk to our people, our youths, especially, you know, so that they can, you know, start believing in the country, because we know that over 80% of young Nigerians, they are not proud to be called Nigerians. They are not happy with what is happening in the system. But that is not the best way to go. That is not the end of things for Nigeria. We still believe that Nigeria has rich natural resources and the human resources that can also turn things around. You know, just like we featured Rajan Nazram from the UK last time on the show to talk about the power of identity. He was able to let us know that it is we Nigerians that can change Nigeria and can make it what you want it to be. We don't need to wait for expatriates. We don't need to wait for foreigners to do it for us. It is the same people that are Nigerians that will need to rebuild their country for whatever they want, however they want it to look like. So that is why we took it upon ourselves to bring to you this show every Wednesday. And today we have one of the best brands in the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, and he is Chief Osa Amadasun, the Deputy Director of the Development Finance Department of the CBN, as well as the Registrar of the National Collateral Registry, which are two important departments of the CBN that are handling credit and intervention programs for the Nigerian economy. And this is very important as far as we are concerned at the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. And that is why we fought hard to bring him on the show, despite his very tight schedules. You know, just like he said, he was in a meeting before I put him out to join us on the show. And so sorry that we're having technical hitches from his side. So, but we'll continue to wait for him until he is done with us. We won't let him go. I'm sure that is what is on your mind right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me briefly talk about the Ugwumba Center, Ugwumba Enterprise Challenge that is coming up. That has already started, but the grand finale will take place on Monday, the 7th of December 2020 at the Abuja International Conference Center. The Enterprise Challenge is an idea pitching competition for young people, you know, young people between 18 and 30 years of age that have ideas that we can turn into business opportunities or business ventures and social enterprises. We are looking for people that will be part of this show. We want to groom them. We want to help them realize their ideas, especially their business ideas that have the capacity for being scaled up, you know, to become employers of labor. We are looking for starters, those that are at the idea stages, you know, people that if we did not intervene, those ideas would have died with them. So these are the people we are looking for. And for this year, we are trying to encourage team building across the country. And that is why this year's competition is going to be team-based, because we have seen that team building is a necessity for the survival of startups. So that is why this year if you want to apply for the Ugwumba Enterprise Challenge, you must come as a team, not as an individual. So that is an important information I want everyone joining that has joined us on the show this afternoon to be aware of. The process has started from October 1st. We will announce the application portal and begin to accept applications from any sector of the economy that you operate in. And the most important thing is we want to reach every young person across the country in the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT. We are looking for young people that have things that ideas, especially innovative ideas, that we can help them realize. So that is what we are doing. And for us, the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa, we see it as our own contribution to job creation and to poverty reduction in the system, and to also support the economic development policies of the federal government of Nigeria, led by President Muhammadu Buhari. That is our own contribution. And like as I've always said, the Enterprise Challenge is one of our signature projects that we are known for as an impact development, an impact investment organization, the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what is keeping our guests still away, right? I don't know why. So I've been trying to reach him and see when he's going to come back so that we don't keep waiting and waiting and waiting. So let me go back to him and I will get back to you. So but if you have any questions, we can bring them on board so that I prepare them for him, for his attention as soon as he comes in to do his closing remarks, because we can't wait forever. Thank you so much. Yes, waiting for October 1st, eagerly waiting. Thank you, Grace Uzoka, for waiting eagerly for the opening of the application portal. And I am sure that you will see the portal open from the 1st of October. And we have made it to last for 1 month, from 1st of October to 31st of October, so that you will have enough time to be able to send us your application with your business idea in preparation for the preliminary pitches, the bootcamp, and all of that, before the final grand finale, final competition that we hold here in Abuja. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience. We can't. Okay, let me go back and see where our friend has left us. Let me go back and see what he's doing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have to do something, and that thing is to call it a day on the show this afternoon, because our friend, our guest, we can't reach him. I don't know, for whatever reason. I think technical hitch is bad. That's by the way. And I promise to bring him back on the show when he's available to come back to the show. But I don't think it's going to be today again. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have just discussed access to finance opportunities for young people in the country. The government of Nigeria has, introduced a number of interventions to support young people, especially those of them that are doing businesses in the country. SMEs, because they are important in the growth of the Nigerian economy. And that was why we decided to bring the Deputy Director of Development Finance Department of the CBN to do justice to this team. Unfortunately, he is away now. He's been cut off by network and other issues, technical issues he must be experiencing in his office. That is so unfortunate, but we can't continue to wait forever. I've tried to reach him. I couldn't reach him. So maybe he has gone into other things that needed urgent attention. So that is where we're going to call it a day for today. So, ladies and gentlemen, join us again next week on the show. The Leadership Show. We're going to bring to you another amazing personality. I'm not going to tell you who that person is, but before the weekend, I will announce who is coming next on the show. Remember, we made a promise, and as promise keepers, we go looking for people that will impact your lives, people that will talk to you and you get pushed and you get motivated to begin to do things that you never thought before that you can do. So that is what we do on the show, and thank you so much for being there with us, for keeping glued to the studio, even though our guest has been offline. So thank you. I don't want to keep you waiting. Thank you so much, and I want to plead that you join us next Wednesday as we come with another edition with another important personality that will change your life. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we call it a day on the show this afternoon. God bless you and God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much. My name is Remy Chukwuine, the Executive Director of the Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development.